Hello, dear Pisces. I will tell you today's horoscope for July 29th, 2024. A message of love, hope, and fortune awaits you. I know that heaven's blessings come for you. And the message for you on this day is the following. Hello, dear Pisces. I'll tell you today's horoscope. The ghosts of the past are beginning to leave, and you can feel it in the air you breathe. Don't stop living this personal time, since the journey into your interior cannot wait and you need to give it a chance in your life. It's a good time to make important decisions, especially in your professional life. There will be changes in your work that will benefit you if you don't waste the opportunity. Your bosses will value and may reward your effort and creativity. Don't let a good opportunity that you will have slip away. Get more potassium in your diet, you are needing it. You will see a conflict between people on the street. Do not interfere unless it is strictly necessary. A trip that you are planning could present difficulties to materialize. It is likely that you will be given extra work today. It is best to change your plans and make the trip later. Your partner may have doubts and jealousy towards you. If this happens and they are unfounded, reassure him. If he is right, it is time to be honest and tell the truth. Do not lie, as it could be worse in the future. Pisces could have a bad moment today, but it will be temporary. It is likely that a relative is in need of your help. If it is someone elderly, make a call in the afternoon. It is likely that you have to be more attentive to your work today. Remember that only then can you climb to the place you want. When you feel that life begins to show you too many doors and you don't know which one to go through, remember that you have people in your world who can guide you well. Ask for help today. If you want to be with a special person very much and you feel that he corresponds to you, do not stop showing the things you feel only for fear that he will reject you in a while. It is better to always make clear what you feel. If the other person doesn't accept it or doesn't like the way you do it, it's their problem, not yours. You need more time to carry out a task that has been entrusted to you, but you are afraid of what they will tell you if you ask for it. Do not worry, you will receive a positive response, as long as you explain well the reasons that led you to have this delay. Regarding love, your love life will be the most fulfilling and satisfying aspect of this day. The people closest to you will tend to show you their affection and feelings. Don't get carried away by emotions, be more reasonable and reflect. You could start a new relationship or meet new and interesting people. Take care of your health a little because you need to rest and eat better. Your vital energy is a little low, which means you should take better care of yourself. Try to exercise more, drive less, and walk a little more if possible. You are entering a good phase in everything. There is stability in your love life and in your work sector. An opportunity is coming that you should take advantage of and prepare well to take on. There may be trips for temporary actions at home, but they will be positive because they will help you prosper. To the extent that you project these thoughts in a positive way and energy into your astral field, you will see how you attract all the good that is currently brewing for you. This will be a weekend to remember. There will no longer be situations in which your experience and ingenuity will be the ones to solve the problem. The solution obtained should be remembered, and you should save it in some way to use it when something similar arises. With a little tolerance, understanding, and patience on your part, you will solve the problems and avoid difficulties in your personal relationships, both work and sentimental. Due to the action of Neptune and Saturn, both retrograde, in addition to your ruler in your sign, your word can be too critical. If you don't like something about your partner, don't tell them right away and try to put yourself in their place. Apply the famous empathy of Pisces. In love you feel good how you are, so avoid arguments and minor disputes that only weaken love. The problems that occurred in the past are history, and what counts is this new vision of life and love that you now enjoy. The influence you receive from this lunar transit makes you restless and anxious. Control and channel those impulses so as not to unnecessarily complicate your life with regrets or complaints about situations that you cannot change. Phrase of the day: not too far away is only too far away if we don't travel there. In general, you are fine. If in the past you had some infectious or viral problem, you are recovering. The important thing is not to repeat the causes that caused the past situation. You wake up in an excellent mood, and this will be reflected in a positive way in your health during this day. As your mind is clearer and more awake, your body will react in the same way. If you are a Pisces who is unemployed, it will not be for long. Now, with the direct influence of Neptune, your ruler, and the action of Mercury and Venus, you are surrounded by a positive aura that brings you fortune and love. You hear some discouraging news about your job, but before you get discouraged, find out where they come from. Maybe they are just rumors spread by dissatisfied workers or spiteful people without foundation. Do not listen to them and be objective. Soon you will have in your hand some extra money that, if you save it, will serve you in a few months to treat yourself to a short pleasure trip where you can share with good friends and spend a few wonderful days. Delays, although they may initially bother you, are positive. A promised trip may be delayed a little longer, which is good for you because you will have more time to make the most of it, putting certain financial matters in order and making small, very lucrative investments in buying and selling. Today's astral rhythm. Sexual energy level, intense. Cosmic dynamics that you should take advantage of, the fine-tuned intuition that the moon in your Piscean sign emits to you today. Dangerous tendency, sadness and lamenting about something you have not been able to resolve, constant complaining. What you should avoid, being influenced by discouraging people who kill enthusiasm. Today things will go very well if your partner is a water sign, and also with Taurus and Virgo. The most tense relationship tends to be with Aries. Your current compatibility is very good with signs of your element and of Earth, regular with Leo and Sagittarius, complicated with Aries. If you are single, you are about to start something beautiful that will crystallize in the first days of next August. Lucky number, 20. Try to use it in everything you can and take advantage of it because it will be with you for today. Lucky color, white. Try to wear some clothing of this color or an accessory that contains it. This will bring luck to your day and make you look spectacular. Universal number for today, general for all signs, is 6, the result of adding this day with the month and the year in numerology. Favorable hours for today, according to Eastern European Standard Time, and you must adapt them to your national time: 1:20 a.m., 2:15 a.m., 2:15 p.m. and 7:10 p.m. Lucky numbers in chance for you: 7, 25, 38 and 54. It is no coincidence that the feet, governed by the sign of Pisces, are the ones that must fulfill the function of supporting the weight of the body or the pain of humanity. In them you can find the different parts of the human body, as well as its organs. The discipline that studies this subject is called reflexology and was created more than 1,000 years ago by the Orientals. Pisces is the sign that rules the feet and ankles, the fibrin that coagulates blood and lymph. The most common diseases that Pisceans can suffer from are disorders involving capillary and lymphatic diffusion, biological processes of osmosis, and everything related to body fluids, which are those that generally diffuse through the cell membrane. There are not many surprises on the path of Aquarius at this time. If you can make everything better, then you might find some kind of surprise that things really have to start somewhere, so don't forget the things you have been learning in your life. In order for you to be able to see the things that are actually present in your path, you just have to start forming a more solid path with the commitment you have been making with the person who is really in your path, so don't forget that everything can be better if you just put a little effort into it. You can't spend all your time thinking about the money that is going away. Remember that after what has gone, it always comes more prepared, especially for you, so don't have any doubts that everything will be better when you don't stop having the option that it will be so. The paths that you are feeling belong to you at this moment have no reason to exist if you don't accompany them with a good general state of health. Go when they call, respond to their messages, say hello when they wake up, and say goodbye before going to sleep. Small gestures separate love from routine and are what prevails when things are shaky. If we lose that touch, we are at risk of losing the whole essence of romance and love. It is a good time to lower the intensity and recognize how much can be learned from mistakes. It has cost you money to get to this point, but it was necessary for you to receive essential learning. And there are things that you and only you can take charge of. Do not delegate what is vital, wait for the call of the elements. Today is a good day to reconnect with your natural self, with your essence. You must open the window and the door, let the moon, the sun, and the wind in. When you are in their presence, you will receive a message. Follow their instructions properly. My dear friends, if you like our predictions, help us make them even better by becoming a sponsor of the channel. All you have to do is click the thank you button, and with your help we will continue to grow. If you wake up today wanting to go back to bed because you haven't been able to sleep all night, Pisces, check what has you in this state. It is likely that you are prioritizing money over your professional goals on a daily basis. Perhaps this is why you have lost motivation. Do not continue down this path. At least try to dedicate some time to your projects or to the occupation that excites you. You have to achieve balance in order to function well on a daily basis. Today, a person you were attracted to for a while, but who didn't pay attention to you, may suggest going out or having a drink. Don't make it so easy for them, flirt a little and their interest will increase. If you want to recover from the hustle and bustle of the week, start relaxing and having fun today. Go out with friends, and if you have the chance, don't wait for your days off to get away from the city. Every day you get absorbed in work, but today do your best to leave it behind when you leave. Eating very healthy during these days and drinking plenty of water will do you wonders. You need to detoxify your body, and, if it's difficult for you every day, now you'll be able to do it more easily. Today, love has a surprise in store for you. If you complained that every day you expect something from your boyfriend that never ends up arriving, today you may find it when you come home. Make up for it as he deserves, and remember that if you need more attention from him, it's better to ask for it than to demand it. You are entering a cycle of economic development. Money is coming soon. Forget something that caused a bad love. Decide to take concrete steps to strengthen your relationship and overcome past mistakes, and you will have found the path to happiness. You will be very successful. The circumstances that have occurred in your love life recently will serve as experience so that you do not make the same mistakes again. Now you have your feet firmly planted on the ground while still dreaming with your head held high. The entry of Mercury into your third house will stimulate your brain to its maximum level, so you should take advantage of this mental impulse to find solutions to the most important difficulties in your life. The moon in the seventh house gives you an incisive charisma that will allow you to make favorable agreements and alliances. Take advantage of this to strengthen your success and gather information that will be useful to you. Your tender and sensitive tone is activated, but also your fantasies, which makes you very prone to being a victim of what others say or falling into the game of traps and sentimental manipulations. Do not let yourself be influenced or impressed by those who approach you to discourage you. You know how to see beyond appearances into the depths of your heart, and now you will prove it with the moon in house 7. It is a very good day to solve relationship problems, forgive misunderstandings, and forget actions that accidentally hurt us without bad intention. This will strengthen the relationship in the future. You are in a good stage to consider health regimes and lifestyles that help you change what needs to be changed in order to improve your image and the quality of your life. Giving in to the temptations of new pleasures can have serious consequences for your health, so you must know how to maintain austerity and behave in a measured way for the good of your body. It is time to get to work taking advantage of the good weather. Use the overflowing energy you feel in productive tasks. This month can be a good time to think about new job prospects, but for today do not make decisions. At the beginning of July you enter a productive cycle, but also with envy around you, and you must act proactively to avoid problems. You project an image of fortune, and that attracts more fortune. Take advantage of the blessings of Venus in your fifth house to save or invest, but do not waste your money on vices, pleasures, or unnecessary purchases motivated by vanity, or later you will regret it. Unforeseen events will occur that put you in an advantageous position and the possibility of earning money. An unplanned purchase will require an unexpected expense, but you will be able to quickly transform it into an additional income since you can put it to work. Your horoscope tells us, Pisces, that if you let your mind get lost in useless fantasies, you will be wasting the mercurial benefits that can inspire great ideas to improve your life and develop on your path. In general, this relationship is quite passionate, not boring, and not out of the ordinary. Although they need a lot of effort to find a good balance. The main problem arises because Pisces feels that Aries does not appreciate the pampering or affectionate details that they offer, while Aries tend to feel quickly overwhelmed by the intense and passionate way of the sign of the fish. So life as a couple can go from crisis to effusive love constantly. Aries woman and Pisces man, and vice versa. When the woman is in Aries, it should be noted that she has her own initiative, is enterprising, and does not mince words when it comes to expressing what she thinks, so much so that it could cause harm. While the Pisces man is more reserved and leans a little more towards the spiritual. In addition, both are very stubborn, which could trigger long fights in order to defend each one's point of view. In this case, it can generate even more problems, since the Aries man tends to be more extroverted and impulsive, while the Pisces woman is sensitive and needs to be assured of emotional security. In principle, they can find themselves in a healthy relationship, but in the long term, things become increasingly unsustainable. Pisces born on March 4th, the day of creative solitude. Those born on March 4th can live practically isolated from the outside world. Although many do not consciously choose isolation, they repeatedly withdraw physically, emotionally, or spiritually from their neighbors and their environment throughout their lives. However, most do not do so to practice solitude, but to be more productive. They may choose to stay home even when invited to go out and have a great time, not out of fear or pessimism, but because they are convinced that they will have a better time. These highly evolved and creative individuals consider their isolation essential to do their work better. Privacy has a special meaning for them, and they try to have it both in their relationships and in their environment. They tend to feel happy in modest and safe spaces where they are surrounded by the objects they like the most and are prey to insecurity in larger places or among a crowd. But if they participate in some social event where they feel comfortable, they can maintain that sense of intimacy and share it with others. These welcoming beings have a natural ability to set up and run a home or office and enjoy simple, elegant comforts. Perhaps that is why their material needs are modest and they are not impressed by luxury. One of their great satisfactions is sharing the results of their work with others, even if they are strangers. They would most likely prefer to hear that someone has praised their work than to hear it said in person, as they would be embarrassed. And this was the horoscope of the day for you. Consider subscribing if you liked it. I hope this reading has helped and brightened your day. Blessings.